All right, so here's an example where we are going to create a graph for each situation. So for the first one, they're saying that the first derivative is greater than 0 and it is concave up. So what this means is that I have a positive slope and it's concave up. So I need to start with a positive slope and I have to work my way up. So it's going to look something like this. And so f is definitely increasing, and it's at an increasing rate. And then I go to the next one. It's increasing, or it's positive. F prime is positive, so the slope is positive, but it's concave down. So it's going to look something like this. So this would be increasing at a decreasing rate. So here's another one where I've got the slope is negative and it's concave up. So I need to start with a negative slope and it would be concave up like that. So this is going to be decreasing at a decreasing rate because it's getting smaller and smaller, so like it's not decreasing as fast. Last one is if I had a slope that was less than 0 and is concave down, it would look like this right here. So this is decreasing at an increasing rate because it's going down very quickly. So here are some different examples using vases. And so this vase, what I want to point out is that it's pretty much a perfect cylinder. So what this means is that as I add water into it, I don't expect the radius to change. So for it being a height of 10 inches, when I go ahead and I graph this right here, this would be time on the bottom, and then the height, this is 10 inches. So this is time down here. It's going to look like this. It's going to increase up to 10 inches, and then it's going to overflow. So it's going to be pretty much very steady. Now I've got this one over here where it looks like there's some different radiuses. So this one has a difference right here where it's going to switch from going down smaller to getting wider. This is going to stop getting wider and it's going to get smaller until this point, and then it's going to get wider up to this point again. So basically I've got 5 key points. So it starts at 0 and I know I'm going up to 12. So this is like 4, 8, and then 12 right there. And to get up to about this part, so it looks like it's getting smaller and smaller, which means it's going to increase. So it's going to look like this. It's going to increase very quickly as it gets smaller. And then it's going to start to widen out. So it's going to drop like this and be concave down. Okay, so that's my first point of inflection, which would be where this is. That's the point of inflection right here. And then as it goes to the thickness, it's going to slow down how fast the radius goes up because it's going to hold a lot of water in this area here. And then it's going to get smaller, so it's going to start to go faster again at an increasing rate. So right there is a point of inflection. And then it's going to get wider again towards the top and end right there. So there's another point of inflection. So each point of inflection occurs on the graph right there. All right, so on this graphing slide, we want to determine where f prime of 0 is, f prime is greater than 0. And so where it's greater than 0, I'm going to do everything in red. So this means that the slope just has to be positive. Well, the slope is positive all the way up until this point, and it starts to be positive again all the way up to here. So then I need to do where it's negative or less than 0. Well, that occurs everywhere in between those two where it's got a negative slope. Now we're being asked to determine where f prime increases, so I'm going to do increases in yellow, and we're going to do decreases in this light blue. So anytime f prime is increasing, that means that it would be getting bigger and bigger, would be when it's concave up. So think of that as concave up. And concave up occurs from about this point all the way. And when it decreases, this is concave down. So this goes from here all the way to there.